into the port and Seychelles.
Not having enough food, not being able to rest well at night. The heat is unbearable. So we had to...
Loose or pre-packed yellow nectarines, only $3.99 per kilo. And seagull chicken...
FCW 255. FCW 255. Hyundai Viper.
What do you suspect will happen?
Yeah, the RRU's got a board meeting at 8, or they should be sitting right now as we're talking. My moles from down underneath has been dragged through.
What will happen?
Yeah, the RRU's got a board meeting at 8, or they should be sitting right now as we're talking. My moles from down underneath are telling me that the Dunedin City
specialty, and I have local and international positions available for distribution and transmission linesmen, with 6-figure salaries and full relocation packages.
EEY 110. EEY 110.
Thanks so much. That is right, Principal Wellington Club in Wellington, 24 past 8.
How David Shearer, what David Shearer's values are, how he will get us there, we don't yet know.
Thanks so much. That is right, Richard.
How he will get us there, we don't yet know.
Thanks so much. That is right, Richard. Wellington Club in Wellington, 24 past 8.
There at the bottom of the T intersection. But only time will tell if the changes make things easier for drivers or simply line the pockets of panel beaters. In Auckland, for Radio Live, I'm Zachary Kerr.
And it appears to be smooth sailing in Christchurch as well. Touchwood. Radio Live reporter Mike Thorpe is on the corner of Rickett and
Damage on Team New Zealand's camper has forced the yacht to detour to Chile. On leg 5 of the Volvo Ocean Race, skipper Chris Nicholson and his team have already slipped 330 nautical miles off the pace trying to fix the problem.
Now we're running out of spare materials to effect any repairs at sea.
It's going home, it's on the grass though, so it's not blocking traffic. Hybrid to Newmarket slow. And all west and a heavy run from Westgate to St. Luke's. Smart deal at dressmart.co.nz. I'll be on further in 15 minutes.
Hello, miss. What can I get you today? Your famous homemade lemonade, thanks. How's business? Great. Well done.
During his time, we changed from the king rule to the democracy.
He tried himself to listen what people.
I think what happened was a couple of young youths decided they'd come and interrupt a skate club because they belong to another sector of the skating community who Joe wants to see clubs like this promoted.
The event's also causing a stir because of claims that organisers gave children spray paint to use at the park. Hundreds of people who commute daily from Wairarapa to Wellington will be late for work this morning after a train breakdown. Transmetro is putting on 5 buses to get passengers from Featherston into the capital. A Masterton to Wellington train broke down at Featherston and it prevented other trains from making it to the capital. Auckland Council's hit back at suggestions its planned increases in dog registration fees are excessive. The council says higher fees are needed to tackle the $12 million annual bill for dog control. The fee for a D-sex dog will go up from $47 to $120. Some say it'll put dog ownership out of reach for many. But Deputy Mayor Penny Hull says the council just can't do nothing.
You either pay for by user pays and fees or paid by rate. The key thing is, if we asked the ratepayers to pick up the total tab for the $12 million, we'd probably get a lot of pushback from people who say, look, I don't own a dog, why am I paying for this service?
Under the proposal, dogs which haven't been neutered or spayed will cost $160 to register. The car maker BMW is to recall about 1.3 million vehicles worldwide for repair work due to a possible problem with a battery cable cover. The recall affects 5 and 6 Series BMWs built between 2003 and 2010. BMW says the battery cable cover inside the boot may be incorrectly mounted, and that could lead to the electrical system malfunctioning and starting a fire. The company says it's not aware of any accidents or injuries due to the problem. Hollywood heavyweight James Cameron's become the first person to dive solo to the deepest point on Earth. The Titanic and Avatar director manned a specially designed submarine down to the Mariana Trench off the coast of Guam. He saw no living creature bigger than an inch.
The impression for me was that it was very lunar, very desolate place, very isolated.
James Cameron collected samples and video footage. I'm Hilary Valley at 6 minutes past 8.
Radio Live News with Harrison's Carpet One. Call 0800 222 802 now.
In Radio Life's torch, you could call it a titanic struggle expected for the Black Caps. One more day to try and turn their dismal summer around against the Proteas in the third and final test in Wellington. South Africa set to resume 75 without loss. They've got a lead, 274, massive. New Zealanders are relying on a sporting declaration to have any chance of levelling this series. Recalled batsman Daniel Flynn wants to get the ball rolling.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. It's a challenge that I enjoy. I haven't had a lot of experience at it, but you know, getting out there last night and today is something that I enjoyed the opportunity.
Play at the Basin Reserve is set to start at 10 o'clock. Could have as much as 10 mega, your home of DIY this summer. With New Zealand's Olympic swimming team being named on Friday night, the pressures on the London hopefuls to qualify at this week's Nationals in Auckland. Not-to-mutters Matt Stanley's gone under the mark of the tourist annual bells. Ran a qualifying time in the 100 metres backstroke, along with fast-finishing Wellingtonian Gareth Keane.
We want to learn how to do good heats, good semis, good finals. It's all about mixing up and being able to do your best all the time. So we'll get under that 54 mark, which I've been hoping to do continuously from now on.
North Shore swimmer Lauren Boyle was also in hot form last night, breaking her own national record of 400 free. NRL title favourites, the Tigers aren't overly concerned about a third consecutive loss, stumbling 30-16 to the Raiders last night in Sydney. Still early days for stand-off Benji Marshall.
It's not panic stations yet. I mean, we're not at the back end of the season and we have to win every game to stay in the comp. We've lost 3 games now. There's only one way to turn it around. Let's work hard and win the next one.
League with pit stop for your warrant, brake and car servicing needs. Manchester City top the Premier League table on goal difference, but rivals Man U have the chance to go 3 points clear with a victory over Fulham this morning. While the form book suggests Fulham are unlikely to threaten United's ambitions, manager Martin Yole is taking plenty of encouragement from recent upsets at Old Trafford.
I look at Crystal Palace in the cup. I didn't ever saw one, and then I look at my old team, Ajax, beat them, and then it's not too long ago, maybe 5-6 weeks ago, Blackburn did the same. So that is the feeling you need, you know.
Breakers coach Andre Lemanis is celebrating his first Coach of the Year award after being honoured at last night's NBL Awards dinner in Melbourne. The league's scoring standout Perth Wildcats Kevin Lish for deservedly MVP. I'm Martin Devlin, out of H. Updated weather next.
Traffic with smart deals at dressmart.co.nz. Good morning. Well, no change to the move, and that tail's been sitting in purple for most of the morning. Still is a heavy run right the way through. Southern, heavy at Puketoi and Theatre into Green Lane. Heavy south traffic slowed up as well from Market Road to Green Lane. Northwest and Westgate to St. Luke's is still slow. Just watch for the tail for the Portland there. It's backed up to Newton Road this morning. You're up today. Register for weekly smart deals at dressmart.co.nz and be into win a $1,500 gift card.
Hello, miss. What can I get you today? The famous homemade lemonade, thanks. How's business? Great. Without the bank charging me transaction or monthly account fees, I've been able to hire my first employee. Oi, Mum! Yes, darling? 1 cup of lemonade for this lovely lady, and once you're done, the bench needs a wipe.
Righty-ho, darling.
If your business is less than 2 years old, ANZ's Startup Package can help it grow. With no transaction or monthly account fees for the first year, the money you earn stays in your business. Visit any ANZ branch or call 0800 ANZ Biz today. Eligibility criteria and service charges apply. For details, terms and disclosure statements are available from any ANZ branch.
Don't miss Countdown's Big Buyback Week with Heineken or Corona bottles, 12-pack, only $21.99, and Longridge, 750ml, just $8.99 each. Wind back and save until midnight Sunday, only at Countdown, while stocks last.
Radio Live Weather with Blue Bubble Taxis. They've got your ride covered, whatever the weather.
A high over the Tasman extends a ridge onto the country, while a weak trough should move onto the lower South Island tonight. In Auckland, fine with light winds, a high of 22. Outside at the moment, 10 in Grayling, 13 in Te Atatu. Tomorrow, fine with southeasterly winds developing. In Wellington, fine with some morning cloud, fresh northerlies and a high of 19. Fine in Christchurch with high cloud and light winds, a high of 23. High cloud and some evening rain in Dunedin and some showers from the afternoon in Invercargill. Making headlines at 8, Chris Penn's wins his libel case against Lally Modi, but the bankrupt cricket official may not even have the $175,000 needed for damages. And the organisers of an Auckland skate competition that turned ugly don't think the incident will jeopardise future events. I think we're all a little gobsmacked at what went on at that skate event. It's 11 minutes past 8. You're with Marcus RoadWatch on Radio Live.
More about that skate park this half hour. We'll speak to the other guy, the guy on the black that conducted himself with such calm. Right now, trade me, John McDonald, good morning.
Good morning, Marcus.
How are you going with your One Direction songs? You got them all sorted out now?
No, but the wailing and gnashing of teeth of teenage girls has sort of faded from around the office.
They're not here for months, do we? They're almost like September, but they're not coming till June.
Yeah, and it's quite funny. I'm not necessarily predicting this for the One Direction concert, but something that is quite common is the tickets for something will go on sale and there'll be a lot of hype at that time, and all power to the promoters, I guess. But then as the event gets closer, it all kind of becomes a bit more subdued, and so it's not uncommon for tickets to sell at a premium early on, but then actually a bit of a discount closer to the event. So,
John, are you saying the same thing's going to happen to Marmite?
I think, well, it'd be really interesting to see what happens when the crunch really comes on here, and in particular to Vegemite sales. But I would have hoped that with all the reaction that Sanitarium were really trying to do something to quench the demand.
So where are we with peak Marmite? What auctions have we got online at the moment?
Oh, it's a bit nuts. If you search for Marmite, there are well over 800 listings that come up, and in fact, Marmite was Trade Me's most popular search term last week by some stretch, beating iPhone, which normally has that soft spot. And
what normally does have iPhone?
Yeah, that's
correct. That itself is interesting. Okay, yes.
That's right. Apple rules the roost at Trade Me as in other bits of the world, I guess. But no, it's all about Marmite now, and that includes sort of countless auctions for sort of part used cruddy jars out of people's kitchen cupboards, but also a couple more notable, including one sort of quite coyly a jar of 175 gram jar of Marmite, but with it you get a 25 kg pail of Marmite, so you can keep refilling it.
Wow, what's that up at, John?
That's now $860. All proceeds to a charity of the winning bidder's choice too, which is kind of nice. So good on them. And I guess the only thing is I think people need to really stop and contemplate how much Marmite 25 kg is. That is a lot of Marmite. So you'd have to be a pretty dyed-in-the-wool fan or a school or something like that, I would have thought.
The most staggering thing is the human headliner. I mean, you've got to appreciate her. Hamilton's finest, Lisa Lewis, who we know from all sorts of things. She's pretty switched on when it comes to promotion, but she's promoting herself, and there's shots of her covered in Marmite, wearing a Marmite bikini or a markini. I mean, this looks good.
I love it. But yeah, and